Hey y'all, welcome to episode 9 of Talk Time with Yazzy. Today's topic is going to be it's okay to outgrow your old self. And of course, you got Yazzy Yaz and the one and only
Use your tongue.
Kirioto. So we just want to kick the episode off discussing a little bit about what we previously talked in the last episode and how we were talking about wanting to move and just outgrowing our old self. So we're like, let's just have the next topic be about that.
Right.
So, with that being said, the first question is how to recognize when you've outgrown certain people, spaces, or patterns. Hmm. Do you want me to start?
Correct.
Not correct. Okay. So for me, I'm gonna say I feel like my body tells me before I realize it. I'm very much a I'll be my I don't know how to explain it. It's not even like I have a face or anything about it. It's just literally my body when I'm around them. I'm like, okay, this ain't it. It's not the same like it used to. I don't know. I'm not gonna say it's like woman's tuition or whatever. It's just my body genuinely be like, nah. Not even if it's a romantic relationship, friendship like that. And some people be like, "Oh, I know when I'm in a relationship with them, and then something happens, that blah blah blah, whatever." Which yes, that's when people be like, "Woman's intuition" or whatever. But I feel like it's more than just when it gets romantic. It's if you listen to your body, it'll literally let you know. When you're stressed, and then you're like, okay, I might be stressed, but we got to make this money, and then your body starts shutting down because it's I gave you that warning.
Correct. Right.
And you didn't want to listen. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So, I mean, that would just be really for me. And that goes with it's people, space, or patterns. So for me, I'm there's some people that I'm like, hey, this ain't it no more. And I've had to have those conversations with them respectfully. And hey, they can take it how they want to. And if there's any other people that listen to this, because I know y'all always be listening, hey, always love for you, but it ain't the time or place right now for me to have those relationships. And then for the space, I'm like, it's time for me to move, baby. And
Mhm.
my body is telling me, my mind is telling me, e- e- everything's telling me to go. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, let me stop. But yeah. What about you, La?
How I let's see, recognize when you're outgrown certain people. Man, I'm good at that one. Uh, we
Okay.
touched on this a little bit the last, podcast. We missed a week. We sorry, y'all. Girl needed a
Yes.
minute, needed a little vacation time, but I'm back.
No, no, no,
Um,
no. Let them know where you was at. Come on now.
I was in New Orleans, hanging out with my daughter. She turned 30. Once again, don't try to do the math, you'll confuse yourself. But
Okay. Okay.
my daughter, to both of my daughters, two of my daughters turned, one turned 20 and one turned 30. So shout out to my baby girls. But we went out to New Orleans and had a good time. Uh, you know, Mr. Jerry popped in. He be popping in from
Hey.
time to time, pop out
Okay.
and showing them.
Okay.
So he was there. Shout out to Jerry. We had a really good time. And we went to LA too. We had a day in LA. So that
Yes.
was good. We had a real good time. Shout out to all my cousins that helped out with the kids. Y'all are real ones. I didn't have to worry about nothing. So hearts, hearts, hearts goes out to you.
Love,
Um,
love.
but like going back to the topic, let's see. People going out with people, I think I've learned to be really good at that because I'm very, like we've talked about before, I'm very loyal. But I've learned in the last, like I said, my tribe really helped me learn those boundaries and really see that people love you for you and not for what you can do for them. And when I feel like that balance is off, it's time to move around. So that's one way with people. I think spaces. Once again, I'm loyal, even with jobs. Like I'm very, very loyal. I've been in my one job for almost 13 years, so over 13 years. So I'm very loyal in those spaces, and I'm working on being able to detach from those spaces. Um, Patterns, I'm working on that too, with just rebranding my life, right? And then that rebranding of like coming into my womanhood, understanding my body, understanding my needs and my wants, and understanding when I look at those things, I can help others as far as my children. And changing my focus. I think recognizing when you need to change or pivot is important. And you may have to pick up and leave, right? Pick
Never
up
heard.
and no, just playing. Pick up
Nah,
and no.
right, right. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Okay.
But,
Oh,
even pivot where you don't have to, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to change everything, but sometimes you need to pick up and pivot and understand that things happen and life changes and learning how to roll with those punches. And not every time something happens is falling apart.
yeah.
So I think that all comes with just recognizing your rebranding, right? Like
Okay.
recognize when it's time for you to rebrand. And everybody can't go with you,
Yeah.
you
They
know? So
try. Hey.
they be trying, so you gotta shake him off.
Right. Stop. No. We all over the place with the music references. I'm here for it. Oh God. Woo. No, I love it. That was like perfectly said. I'm like, hey, I'm like, this is why we be on the same energy. Cause
Yeah.
I'm like, yep, yep, yep. I'm over here like tambourine, tambourine.
Tambourine, tambourine.
Literally, literally. So the next question is, why is it important to give yourself grace while evolving? Hmm. Would you like to start?
I can.
Okay, go ahead.
Um, and like I said, I feel like a lot of these things we've kind of discussed in bits and pieces, but just saying, go me, you know what I mean? Go me.
Hey,
And understanding that everything evolves. God made everything on this earth evolve. From being a kid to being an adult, from being a tadpole to being a frog. You know what I mean? I mean, it is what it is. Like you evolve, you shed old skin, snakes, even snake skin. Let me
you know,
not.
I don't even like to talk about snakes.
I don't even want to go there with the snakes.
Oh gosh.
But even snakes shed their skin because they're evolving, they're changing. You know what I mean? To adapt to their surroundings and where they at, adapt to the seasons. So giving yourself that grace is that people are gonna fall off there. If people are not okay with your elevation and what you're doing in your life, then they don't need to be there in that space with you. Like I said, everybody is there for a time. Some people are there for a lifetime, a moment, you know what I mean? Some years, even seconds. You just pass people sometimes. And it's not meant for them to stay in your life. So giving yourself grace is saying, some people are going to be hurt that I'm not in their life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I gotta quit this job, or I gotta leave this man, or I gotta stop talking to my friends because we're going in separate ways.
Yeah.
And being okay with that. And sometimes it's hard. Like once again, I'm loyal. Even like my best friends from like high school, we not as close as we used to be, but we was thick as thieves, and then our lives just went two different ways.
Yeah.
We evolved, and it was time to move on. And it hurts me sometimes
Yeah.
when I think about how close we were, but it was like that was the season for that. And giving myself that grace that it's okay. It's okay. Don't beat yourself up about it. Everybody's not meant to go with you. Everything is not meant to go with you. If you evolving and you finna move like we moving, it's just stuff.
Yeah.
You can get more stuff. Hit up offer up. I got you. Let me know. I got you.
I'm
I'm
for a
the
queen for
offer
real.
up queen. If
I'm
you need it,
for
I got
real.
it. Okay. It's just stuff. So evolve and let yourself evolve around you. And that means you need to leave and go somewhere, do that. Mentally and physically, do that. It is okay
Yeah.
to become who you are supposed to be.
Mm. Dang, I felt like I just had a motivational solo. Like, I'm like, yes! Like, and I'm like, oh, wait, the show gotta go on.
It's my turn.
Yeah, I'm like, dang, I'm gonna need to just start going first. It's like, how you follow that up? Okay, well, I'm gonna try. Why it's important to give yourself grace while evolving. I'm gonna say I love everything you said. I think that's honestly something I do struggle with because again, like you said, like you're loyal, and I feel like I'm very much a loyal person too. And I feel like it's at the point where like mentally, like I said, like I'm a type of person like I dream about things and I'm like, oh my goodness, you know? So like now I'm like even having dreams where it's like you gotta let that go and those things go, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really like starting to learn to be okay with that. And then even like diving more and like into my own self with listening to what you said and just like answering the question, I'm like, dang, there's like friendships that I'm like, I still need to honestly grieve because there's like no closure, and I need to be okay with the fact that like some people are just those type of people. Like, you know
Right.
what I'm
You
saying?
served
Like,
your you both served your purpose in
yeah.
each other's lives.
And it's like unfortunate because I'm the type of person that's like I'm very much like, okay, let's have a conversation about it or like blah 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 or whatever. But there are people that are just kind of like years of friendship just poof. And it's like, dang. You know what I'm saying? It's like the
Mm-hmm.
fact, and then it's like you really start to think like that's really a social media mindset. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, just
uh,
unfollow,
unfollow,
unfollow.
blocked, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, like to me it's like okay, like you did that but you really
Mm-hmm.
didn't, because now it's like no, there's no coming back because
Right.
that's a whole different level, you know what I'm saying? So I guess like listening to yours, I'm like, dang, I gotta really give myself like that grace and understanding and being like sometimes it is just for a season and you gotta learn to let that go in order to build new and healthier friendships and relationships, because there's people that I have like had those situations with and then they've been like, okay, hold on. Why are you trying to just leave? Let's have a conversation. I'm like, oh, well, hey, you right. Like,
Right.
you
Right.
right. I got a little crazy, but you are right. Let me
Yeah.
take a beat and humble myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah,
And
I'll
that's
say.
important to know that, and so that's evolving.
Yeah.
I mean, like even with my last relationship, not relationship. Look at me, Christina. You know that's my wifey. Um, even with her, we had that moment where
Yeah.
I was like silent. I ain't say nothing to her
Yep.
at all. And then I was like, "Chick, are you evaluating? Is this relationship important to you?
Yeah.
Then you need to suck it up and quit being such a I'm a like you said, I'm gonna block you, I'm gonna unfollow you
Yeah.
and all of that, and I ain't never talking to you again, and you just gonna wander. You're gonna
Yeah.
have to be for me forever.
No,
Like,
for real. For real.
but you know, in involving and understanding that that is an important relationship to me, I had to say, okay, Lala needed to move to the side,
Yeah.
her ego, because she can get that from time to time,
Yeah.
and, and just say, this is important to me, and I want you here, and not that I want you here, I need you here,
Yeah.
because I'm not used to telling people I need them.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't need nobody
I
but
get that.
Jesus. Like,
Yeah, I get that because I'd be like that, and then I'm like, okay, hold on. And then even when I have friends that like are willing to be that vulnerable and explain that to me, I'm like, okay, wait, let me get out of myself
mhm.
because I know that take a lot, especially for a black woman. I mean, that's just me
Right.
personally. Like I know there's
No,
all
you're
different
right.
type of races and all these other things, but for a black woman to be like, I need you, like, and especially
Right.
because when you put that, and a lot of people be like, oh, that's too bad because I got this and this going on, and it's like, all right, I'll never say it again. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh my god! So that's really where it be at.
Yeah.
So learning to try again when someone tells you no, and then learning to build again that community because you that's how you learn is being willing to take
Hmm.
that leap of faith. So
Yeah.
mm. With that being said, the next question is letting go of guilt for changing.
I feel like we've been hitting that, right?
We
Letting go
really
or
have.
accepting. I think they were kind of the same. Just letting go of the guilt is that's hard for me
Yeah.
I can keep moving along with the guilt,
Yeah.
but letting it go is hard because I hold myself accountable for a lot of things. I think I'm my worst critic. Like,
Yeah.
you could have
And
done that better. You could have said that better, or you shouldn't have said that. Like, you shouldn't have. You know what I mean? So, um, moving forward is fine, but the guilt be sitting with me. So I'm still learning that right now is to let go of the guilt. Like with my daughter, me adopting her kids right now. I feel guilty sometimes because I should be there with my daughter,
yeah.
and I had to take care of my grandkids, right? So look, I get emotional,
Oh.
but that's a guilt that I deal with every day.
Yeah.
But I had to choose them, because she was choosing herself. So somebody had to choose them.
Yeah.
But that's guilt that I work with. So I'm struggling with that. So how do you deal with that? Because that's something that I'm struggling with.
Ooh. I mean, I thought I was gonna go first.
She said, "You done been through too much. I can't. You gotta let me pass you the ball because if you throw the ball
No,
at me, I don't know
no.
what to do with it."
No, I was just saying, I was like, okay, hey, I'm here for it. No, letting go of guilt for changing for me, I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I could say I'm pretty good at it because I'm not like a pro. Obviously, there's some relationships that it's like harder and like deeper for me, like I said, and I think it's just more like not having that closure in those conversations. Um, but I'm very much a like, I'm gonna choose me respectfully, like not in a selfish way. And if you want to take it that way, baby,
Lucius,
take it that way.
I'm gonna choose me, Lucius.
Literally. And if you want to take it that way, baby, take it that way. I guess I'm
Yeah.
letting go of the guilt. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And so I just really be like, hey, at the end of the day, like we literally are living our own lives. I really see like we're all each other's own main character.
Right.
And it's like, yes, you have people that are literally okay, if we in a show, right, and you the main character, you got these side characters or whatever they're called, but they here for the whole show, right? Then you got special guests, okay? Then you got people that are
Audience members.
literally you got
Right.
you know what I'm saying? You got the people in the background that's just getting paid to be there. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And sometimes those people try to get bold. And you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'm like, ain't you an extra? Why is you speaking? You know what I'm saying? And I be having to learn to be like, okay, Yasmina, because in their mind, you
Here's the
might
thing.
be an extra.
Extra.
But
Right.
I'm gonna let you know this extra about to be a main character if you keep playing. You know what I'm saying? So your show's about to get canceled and your viewers are coming this way. You know what I'm saying?
Get canceled while I'm in syndication.
Literally, literally. So I be like really trying to balance that and be like,
Yeah.
let me just try to have this conversation because I know how I can get. And so when I feel my body like boiling, and I don't know, maybe it's the blood pressure, because I be like, ooh, ooh.
I don't think that's okay.
No, seriously. That exactly.
I
And
just
that's what
snorted. I'm sorry. I just snorted.
but that's why when I get to that point, I'm like, all right, like this isn't healthy and we can't
Yes.
I have to learn to let that go because to me that's when I know I'm like I've tried everything and when it's at that point because I have my own personal growth and once like that personal growth starts to get like if is it affected or effected?
Mhm. Affected. No, affected.
Look at that. See,
Look,
you
I'm
know
not an
what?
English major.
Right. I'm like, if you know in the comments, let us know. God dang. But nonetheless, at least I know there's
You
a
know what you're
difference.
trying to say.
Okay.
You know.
At least I know there's a difference. Hello, clock it. Um,
Hey.
but that's what I'm saying. Like at that point, it's like once it starts, you know what? Compromising my personal growth. And
Amen. Look
so,
at you with the words. Come on with the
eh,
words.
eh,
Come on with the
eh,
words.
eh, eh,
Tambourine.
eh. Yeah. But yeah. And so at that point then it's like, okay, I gotta let you go because I've worked too hard to get where I am and I don't want to backslide for nobody.
There
And
you
I
go.
if I'm even telling that to my husband, who lay in the bed with me every night, who
Right.
be praying with me in the morning, who be, you know what I'm saying? If I'm telling him, if you get me to start backsliding, and
I
it's the
hear you.
same both ways. I tell him respectfully, if you feel like I'm not pushing you for greater and doing, let me know.
Mm-hmm.
So
Agreed. Yep, agreed. I always tell people, you want me to go back to old La La. No, nobody want to see Minnesota La La.
okay,
That we don't want that. I have definitely evolved since I moved here.
okay, and your family will think that you have. And you know what? Next week, y'all, for the 10th episode, well, we gonna get into a little bit about family now.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah.
you've
We're
been
gonna get
staying
into
along
family.
with us and you've been on the edge of your seat, clock in, clock in. Okay, for next week. Hold on,
Right.
bars. Oh gosh. Oh, but with the final question, okay, which pretty much summing everything up with this is how to celebrate who you're becoming, not who, or sorry, not just who you were. Hmm. I'm gonna start.
Okay. You start.
Yeah. So for me, how to celebrate like who I'm becoming and not just who I was. I feel like I'm struggling with this like in life just because I'm so like I want to get back to that Zen Yasmina, like the one that is like it's not bothering me and like these things or whatever. And so that's why I'm like, okay, maybe I'm backsliding, but it's also like, okay, maybe I have to go through these waves because it's gonna allow me to when I am getting back to that Zen Yasmina, it's gonna be at a new level because I went through something different than I didn't even
Mm-hmm.
expect. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's always different levels. So I'm learning like, okay, what's going to be the big boss for this level?
Mm-hmm.
And then let's get back to the Zen. And that's what I'm really hoping for that move, like you said earlier, to be that for you, maybe the new space and new energy. And I was also, telling my husband, I'm like, for me, that's something that I want to celebrate and like have that be like a goal. Like that's like, and I feel like I don't want to put so much pressure on the move because then what if I move there and I'm like, okay, so why I still feel like this? You know,
You
and
can't
so
run away from you. I tell you that you can't run away
right,
from you.
right, and so and then he's like, well, I don't think it's that because you have been expressing, like you said, like mentally, physically, all of that you've wanted to leave, and like people always say, leave the state that you grew up in. It helps you
Mhm.
grow. It helps you all these things, and so I'm like, I have to do it, and that's where it's like really hard because even if I'm not with my family every day and doing all these things, it's like I'm like, oh. And then it's like, okay, well, at least you're not by yourself. You have a whole husband, and you also have people that would literally fly out there and figure things out. But it's still like, oh my goodness, like, whew, okay, I'm an adult. And it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
correct. You are 25. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I have to do it. And so that's why I'm like, this is me learning to like celebrate who I'm becoming and not who I used to be because the old me was very much like, okay, let me stay zen. And now I'm like learning to be like, okay, let me go through these waves because I'm really about to be a wife for real. Like, not that I haven't been, but it's like, now I can't have my little temper tantrums and be like, I'm going to my cousin's house because you told me no. No, just kidding. It's been a while since I did that, y'all. Okay, so I
That
don't
is
want y'all to
true.
come at
Yes,
me.
she is right. That's because I moved far. If I was closer, she'd be down the street.
Anyways, so I have grown. Oh, God. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yes, but still in that it made me grow because
It did.
you moved further away and I was like, look, I barely like to drive, let alone an hour. And I'm like, look, because halfway I'm like, come pick me up. I overreacted. And then I'd be like, he a good man because he would find a way.
Hmm.
So it's like it's really like you don't gotta do all that and waste the gas, not in this economy.
Okay.
Okay.
We're going to talk about this.
Okay. Whew. But anyways, all right, now go ahead. Let them know. Mic drop.
Girl, please. That might would be like, I don't have nothing to
Ah,
say. Okay, so how to celebrate who you're becoming, not just where you what? Not just who you were. Okay. Sorry. Let me see. How I've celebrated it is and it was like I was just talking to my friend today, I think about this, is that like I feel like when I got my kiddos like 3 years ago, in my mind I had this new life in my head. Like I'm this age, I'm finna be around the world, I'm finna be traveling, like celebrating me. Cause I had given so much to everybody. And then I was like, when I got to him, I was like, oh, I can't travel. Oh, I can't do these things. And I had to reframe my mind to celebrate the growth that I've done, and even like the elevation in like career and growth, and being able to support this household and support these kids. And because not everybody can take on 3 kids out of nowhere, you know what I mean? So just celebrating myself then and saying, you know what, no, I am taking my trips, and some trips I'm gonna have to take them with me, but I'm going on my trips, and I will be celebrating myself and traveling, and making those special days. My birthday is important. My birthday is a holiday. I celebrate me. If I don't celebrate me any other day, my birthday is me. Is Lala Day. Lala month, low key, if you know me.
High key. High key.
But just celebrating that in everything I do. And just like I said, in celebrating you, giving yourself that grace. So I do things, small little things, having my wine nights, doing a lot of things for me is those little celebrations daily of just like, you doing good. You got this. Just celebrating the little moments, the little wins. Like, look, we finally got all this adoption stuff going. We've been doing this for 3 years. Like, amen. It's almost over. Like, that's a celebration. Like just things like that. So I just keep that going. It's a daily mindset of just celebrating me and not being like, oh, I'm selfish because I'm thinking about me, or oh, I'm selfish because I'm celebrating who I am and where I've been and how I've evolved.
Right.
No. If you ain't your biggest cheerleader, ain't nobody gonna, and you can't teach nobody to cheerlead for you
Okay, say it
if you
again.
ain't doing it for yourself.
Okay, say it again.
Right?
I be trying to tell
So,
people because they get mad
so
that you cheering for yourself. What?
yeah. Why are you doing that?
That don't make sense.
You look selfish. Like,
Like,
no.
okay, baby, because I left my son. I'm
Correct.
conceited. Okay.
I got a reason. Look.
Okay. What's what you say? She's like in her new album, she said something like they walk around like I'm a compliment. She's like, Andrew. I was like,
Right.
literally, literally.
So
So
celebrate who you are. And people always don't see the growth. People don't know where you've been and where you come from. Celebrate you in your own way, whatever that look like. Remember, you are the prize.
okay.
So celebrate you and
Damn.
all your changes, good or bad. Everything we go through is to learn and to be a better person.
That's that's what
Every
I'm
X,
doing.
every X, every hurt, every bruise, every move is to make you a better person.
Yep.
So embrace it.
Just like when you're a kid, they like, hey, if I can only tell you, if you touch the stove, you gonna learn.
Ask Ezra. Oh,
Oh,
oh.
oh. He said, "Am I rude?"
If you know, you know.
Oh my gosh. Ooh, but before that, would you like to have your closing before I let them know the challenge of the week?
And, just celebrate every moment, guys, because this, you know what, your next breath ain't promised.
Yep.
So appreciate who you are and where you are in this space. And if you need to change it, you know what to do. But just celebrate yourself.
Mm, period. Love that. Now, with my closing this, I just want to say, um, again, like she's saying, celebrating you is very important, and just knowing when it's time for you to like be okay with outgrowing your old self, and just knowing that everybody might not appreciate that, and you might have to learn to cut those people off and or have those difficult conversations. But with that being said, The challenge of the week is take a moment to reflect on one part of your life where you've grown. Write a thank you note to your old self for helping you get there and release that. Oh, sorry. Release what no longer fits. So I know Law said with her and her family, her community, you guys like to burn.
Yeah, we do those and we like write it down and like on New Year's when we spend New Year's together, or just sometimes we've done it where we just write down like things that we need to let go
Mhm.
and then burn them. So we've been doing really good with doing that at least once a year. And it really feels good to just let it go
Yeah.
and release it.
Make sure you have children or adults around and don't try this at home. No.
Kids don't try that at home. They
Right,
got an
right,
adult.
right. Exactly. But definitely, yeah, like you could definitely physically burn it, rip it. Um, who knows? You know how people used to put a message in a bottle? Be creative with it, but turn it to a paper airplane and fly it off something and let it go.
Let it go.
Exactly. Let it go. And with that, we gonna let y'all go. Love y'all.
Bye.
Bye.